You know, we are a show we realize that many of you watch from home, and as you go through your life, the comforts of home, what you look for in your home can change from the time your kids are little and just beginning with school until you're packing them off to college, and then eventually you become an empty nester. Well, this morning, Carol Menninger is back on the show. She is with Rockbridge Oaks, and she is encouraging you to be a part of their home in East Brainerd. Good to see you.
Good morning, Julie. Great to see you.
You know, the last time you and I chatted, we talked a little bit about kind of the philosophy that's there at Rockbridge Oaks, and from what I'm remembering, you offer the independent living side of things, certainly, but you then have that continuing care there so that as assisted living becomes something that you or your spouse might need, you not only offer it, but the spouses can stay together.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, that's one of the best features, is that our continuum of care is so full spectrum. So yes, as a person's needs change, we're right, everything is right at our fingertips to respond. And sometimes those changes are short. You know, someone may have a hip surgery or a shoulder surgery. And while they're recovering, it's just a snap of a finger and we can be right on board to help with everything. And then as they become sort of healed and strong and mobile again, then we can back those services off.
Human nature, I guess, is that we kind of live in denial. I have a senior in high school this year, and I'm in denial of that fact. So we kind of tend to think that we're not ever going to need assisted living. And then all of a sudden the day comes when we do. So from your vantage point, do you find that it's a difficult conversation to have with an adult who's facing that fact?
It is. It's a difficult conversation for the person, the daughter, the potential resident themselves to have. It's my favorite conversation because I've done this for 30 years. And I love the opportunity to sort of break the mold and break through. People think they'll give up their independence when they leave their home. They're more independent when they live in a community like ours because they're free and safe to do things they hadn't done at home for a long time.
Okay, you said it's your favorite conversation to have, and then you said you've been doing it for 30 years.
Yes.
So you probably have a little bit of a challenge because you can almost know before somebody even talks what they're going to vocalize about their fears. Is it important as the adult child to listen to what your parent says?
It's very important, and I have a few phrases that resonate with me that have stuck in my mind and my heart. One time a woman told me, after she'd lived with me for a while and was really just blossoming and benefiting from the socializing and all of her worries about groceries and medications had gone away. And she said to me, "This is the best thing I never wanted to do."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Isn't that really telling? It is.
You know, one thing that happens, Chattanooga, as you know, is kind of a small town.
Yes.
And I would imagine, I know y'all are just really in the getting everything ready stage, by the way. They are, and Carol will tell you in a minute, but you can kind of act now and reserve your spot and pick the apartment that you want and that kind of thing at no risk. But people are going to run into old friends from years gone by.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Old friends and new friends. I've had some really beautiful experiences where two gentlemen sat down in the dining room and literally recognized from their hats that they had been in the same location in World War II many years ago.
You know, you smile when you talk about this, and I know you can talk, and we're seeing images of the apartments, and you can talk about the structure and the amenities and the great food and the kind of the facts of it.
Yes.
But what makes you smile is the emotion behind it, and if you've been doing this for 30 years, you wouldn't stay in it if it was dreary.
No, that's exactly right. And I don't even mind that nobody wants to come meet me because I don't take it personally. And I'm going to accept that challenge to help a person see everything that's at their fingertips, the fact that they'll never eat a meal alone again, the fact that they'll never worry about when the sink is clogged. Everything is taken care of.
And on the eating the meal alone, they don't have to, though. You have your own apartment, so if you're in a solitary mood, you can stay.
Yes, yes, yes. The beautiful apartments are your personal, private space. You decorate that and furnish it just how you want it.
Okay, so I mentioned that y'all are not opened yet. You are taking the reservations, if you will. Talk about what the incentives are that you're providing.
So I love the fact that Rockbridge Oaks has developed this specific incentive. A lot of it is to address that hesitant person, because you can come meet us, you can come see this beautiful community, and for a $500 fully refundable deposit, you can put your name on the reservation list. And that first month that you move in, you'll have more than $2,000 of perks and thank yous and discounts and all. So it's smart money for the son who's usually helping his parents decide.
Right,
it's smart money, but it takes the sting out of just coming to see me and considering it.
Okay, something else that you said about the son helping his parents decide. One difficulty can be the logistics of getting older. And a lot of times you have your kids live out of state and you are here, and facilitating everything is hard. So y'all know that too, and you are working with realtors and movers so that if your kids are living in Mississippi and you're here, you don't have to burden them with everything.
No, one of the other best results of living in an assisted living community is family gets to reunite as family. The children, the adult children, don't have to do all the business anymore. They get to spend time together just enjoying one another. We'll do all the business.
I kind of got back into the business, and I'm afraid I cut off something that you had wanted to say. So I know you wanted to address the kind of the mindset that keeps a person from really being open to the idea of assisted living. Besides the lack of independence they're afraid they're going to lose, is there anything else that we ought to know about?
Yes. When I've gotten to know one of my residents and they get to trust me, they'll confide in me about the fears that they had lived with living alone. They feared something might happen in the middle of the night. They feared they would fall. And a lot of times they do fall because they're not sleeping well, or they're not eating properly, or they take their medications improperly. So it's not like we're anti-gravity and no one will fall at Rockbridge Oaks. But when we address the most common reasons for fall and eliminate those, again, that sense of peace of mind for the whole family and that sense of enjoying life again for our residents is the most beautiful gift. I just love it.
You know, I've said before, people get sick of hearing me tell this, but my mom will be 92. And I have 3 older brothers, and sometimes it's hard as your parents get older. And anyway, sometimes they'll say some things to me about, well, mom just doesn't do this, and mom just doesn't do that. And I'll always say, yeah, but we haven't been 92 yet.
Oh my gosh, perfect way to phrase it, yes.
So you do need to listen. Not that my brothers don't, but you do need to listen to what your adult parent is telling you, because there's truth in there. You just have to maybe help them navigate some parts of it.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right. So listen to hear for things like, I don't sleep well anymore, or I only sleep in the recliner, or I don't have much of an appetite. Those are signs that someone's sort of isolating and perhaps masking or hiding something that, even if you don't come live with us, if you just come meet me, I'll be happy to be a resource and help families come uncover those things.
Then here's where you can go meet her, and you can go have that cup of coffee with her. You'll find her on Palms Court in East Brainerd. 558-2000 is the phone number. You can also learn more online at rockbridgeoaks.com. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Julie.